Hello and welcome to Housing TV News at the top of the hour, coming to you from our studios in the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Chris Jacobs. Our top stories. Benue State government to commence construction of road in West local government area. Anambra Police Command received 30 Hilux patrol vehicles from the state government. Chief of Air Staff leads high-level engagement in USA to accelerate delivery of AH-12 helicopter for Nigerian Air Force. And on the foreign scene, Russia intensifies its assault on Ukraine. Now on the news in detail. The Benue State Police Command has confirmed the neutralization of a notorious bandit and the arrest of a suspect linked to a violent cult clash in Jato Aka. The incident, which occurred in January 7, 2026, involved rival cult groups known as Red and Black. 2 persons were killed, while several others sustained injuries. Police operatives arrested a suspect and recovered weapons, including a locally fabricated pistol, axes, and machete. In a separate operation, police neutralized a suspected bandit during a gun battle in Ukum local government area. Items recovered include a locally made Beretta pistol, live ammunition, and charms. Commissioner of Police Ifeanyi Emenare reassured residents of the command's commitment to protecting lives and property, urging the public to continue providing credible intelligence. Additional patrol and tactical teams have been deployed to track fleeing suspects as investigations continue. Anambra State is stepping up efforts to strengthen security operations across the state, with the donation of new patrol vehicles to the police and the deployment of newly commissioned officers. Governor Chukwuma Soludo says the move underscores his administration's commitment to public safety. The Anambra State Police Command has taken delivery of 30 Toyota Hilux patrol vehicles donated by the Anambra State government as part of ongoing effort to improve security and crime prevention across the state. The presentation was made by Governor Chukwuma Charles Soludo at the Old Governor's Lodge in Amambwa. The police commissioner noted that the addition of the patrol vehicles, combined with the deployment of the new officers, will significantly enhance police visibility, response time, and overall operational efficiency across Anambra State. While receiving the officers, Governor Soludo urged them to uphold discipline, professionalism, and integrity, charging them to live up to state slogan by being a light to the nation in their conduct and service to the people. The governor also reaffirmed his administration's continued support for the Nigerian police force in maintaining peace and security across the state. Meanwhile, senior government officials and security stakeholders were present at the event. A former supervisory councillor, Akerigba Lawrence, said the community has suffered sustained attacks leading to the destruction of farms, homes, and economic trees. He identified 3 of the victims as Tiozua Giose, Baga Giose, and Tesu, adding that 2 others were yet to be identified while some residents remain missing. In a strategic move to enhance the operational capacity of the Nigerian Air Force, the Chief of the Air Staff, Air Marshal Sunday Calvin Aneke, has led a program management review meeting with senior officials of the United States government and representative of Bell Textron. The meeting held in San Diego, California from January 5 to 6, 2026 focused on fast-tracking the acquisition of 12 AH-1Z attack helicopters for the Nigerian Air Force. Air Marshal Aneke described the acquisition as a critical capability upgrade aligned with his command philosophy of building professional, mission-ready force capable of delivering decisive air power in support of national security objectives. He expressed appreciation to the United States government and Bell Textron for the operational transparency and professionalism throughout the process. He further assured that the necessary measures will be taken to ensure timely delivery of the aircraft, stressing that production must be completed on schedule and within budget. Air Marshal Aneke further appreciated President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for his continued support, noting that the helicopters will enhance precision operations, minimize collateral damage, and improve support for ground forces in the ongoing security operations nationwide. The Benue State government is set to commence construction of the Nagi Ngatse Agberagba Tai Nune Road in Gwe West local government area. The state project coordinator of the Rural Access and Agricultural Marketing Project, Engineer Nombeve Stephen, says the road will improve rural transportation, enhance agricultural development and productivity, and support security efforts in the area. Speaking while receiving the Chair Chioshin, Chief Daniel Abonse Ayua at the RAMP office in Makodi, the coordinator said the government places high priority on feeder road construction to improve livelihood and food security. However, the traditional ruler commended Governor Hyacinth Alia's administration for its renewed focus on rural development while appealing for intervention on Makodi-Naka Federal Highway to ease hardship faced by residents. Residents of Mina, the Niger State capital, woke up to news of a fire incident at the popular Kaure market, where goods worth millions of naira were damaged in the warehouse. Reports revealed that at the time of the visit to the market, men from both the federal and state fire services were on the ground to control the development, which they attributed to a spark from an inverter in the warehouse.
But according to the owner of the shop, just when I asked him the items he have in the shop, he told me the place is actually being used as a store where he have some soft drinks. And I asked him further, is the place connected with electricity? He said no, but he has a small, inverter that used to power lights in that place. So basically, I think that should be the cause of the fire.
Meanwhile, the operators of the warehouse have put the total stock at about 200 million naira, as the actual goods destroyed are yet to be ascertained.
Damage, as at now, we can't explain. We can just do approximates. Let's say 200 million, yes. Where the fixed capital we have over there is 500 million above. As this is what happened, and then government is for the people, by the people, as for the people. We are expecting government to do something for us that will make us to reduce the loss.
The Niger State coordinator of the Mina Operation Office of the National Emergency Management Agency, Hussaini Isa, and other early responders says adequate assessment will be done with a view to submitting their report.
We are going to also send the assessment report on how to support the affected person, because we actually know that it is one person that owns the warehouse, and this warehouse is one of the popular warehouse in Mina Metropolis, SB warehouse.
Efforts are being made to decongest the market and ensure that marketers comply with the original master plan to avoid future reoccurrence.
I noticed the panels and I noticed the batteries, the inverter batteries. If you don't get professionals to fix these things for you well, at the end of the day, you might give people that will end up causing you more havoc than good. So please, if we are working on getting batteries and panels for our homes, for our shops, let's get professionals.
We want to reassure the marketers that we will bring out rules and regulations that will govern this market to its standard, and that's why of recent we have a market development agency.
Meanwhile, the goods saved from the inferno were evacuated and transferred as no life was lost during the incident. We'll take a pause here, and up next are news stories from the build sector. Do stay with us.
Visit Housing TV Africa on YouTube and click on the subscribe button. Subscribe to Housing TV Africa to stay updated on latest happenings in Nigeria's housing sector. Follow our social media pages, like and share our posts. On Facebook, Housing TV Africa. On Twitter, Housing TV Africa. Instagram, Housing TV Africa.
Welcome back. Glad to have you join us on Housing TV News at the hour. Now to the build sector. Dangote Cement PLC has received federal government commendation for delivering major social projects in its host communities in Benue State. The federal government has commended Dangote Cement PLC for the successful delivery of multi-million naira social intervention project in the Boko host communities in Benue State. The commendation was made during the inauguration of the project by the Minister of Solid Mineral Development, Dr. Dele Alake. The interventions include water infrastructure, electricity project, expanded scholarship schemes, and youth skills development programs. Dangote Cement also announced an increase in its scholarship fund to 28.8 million naira for the 2025/2026 academic session, alongside the graduation of beneficiaries from its youth skills program. The Lagos State government has sealed the residential estate in Lekki Phase 1 over sewage and environmental violations. The Lagos State Wastewater Management Office has sealed a residential estate at Lekki Phase 1 over persistent discharge of untreated sewage and obstruction of regulatory officers. Officials say the estate ignored multiple statutory notices and failed to correct identified violations. Authorities insist that the estate will remain sealed until full compliance is achieved, warning that public health will not be compromised. Now, on the foreign scene, Russia has launched a large-scale overnight attack on Ukraine using the rarely deployed Orenchik hypersonic ballistic missiles, alongside cruise missiles and attack drones. Ukrainian authorities say the strike killed at least 4 people in Kyiv and injured more than 25 others as powerful explosions lit up the night sky for several hours. President Volodymyr Zelensky confirmed that the Orenchik missiles struck infrastructure target in the western city of Lviv, close to the Polish borders, raising concerns across Europe. One of the victims was a paramedic killed while responding to an earlier strike in what Ukrainian authorities describe as a double-tap attack aimed at first responders. European Union officials have described the strike as a serious threat to regional security as Ukraine continues to restore electricity and heating to affected areas amid freezing temperatures. At least 1 person has been confirmed dead, while more than 30 others are missing following the collapse of a massive landfill in Cebu City, central Philippines. And the incident occurred at the privately owned Banaleaf landfill, where a mountain of garbage suddenly gave way, trapping sanitation workers under tons of debris. Rescue teams have so far pulled out 12 injured workers who are currently receiving treatment in hospitals, and many of the missing are believed to be landfill workers who were on duty at the time of the collapse. Authorities say rescue operations are being hampered by unstable ground and the risk of further collapse. More than 300 personnel drawn from government agencies, emergency services, and volunteer groups have been deployed to the scene. Cebu City officials say initial findings point to poor waste management practices, with reports indicating that operators have been cutting into the landfill and piling waste into unstoppable heaps. Families of the missing have gathered at the site, anxiously awaiting news of their loved ones as rescue efforts continue. Well, that's the most we can take on the Housing TV news at the top of the hour. But before we go, a quick recap of our top stories. Benue State government to commence construction of road in Igwe West local government area. Anambra Police Command received 30 Hilux patrol vehicles from the state government. Chief of Air Staff leads high-level engagement in USA to accelerate delivery of AH-1Z helicopter from 4 Nigerian airports. And on the foreign scene, Russia intensifies its assault on Ukraine. And for more news on the housing sector, subscribe to Housing TV Africa on YouTube and follow Housing TV on all our social media platforms. Download the Housing TV Africa mobile app on Google Play Store and Apple Store. I am Chris Jacobs. Bye for now.